Professor Scott, how can we break through
the
barriers and teach our youth to see the value and promise in education?
That is multi-systemic. Again, there was a study, the silent epidemic, that talked about most of the people that drop out because school wasn't interesting. So I think we need to have a curricula that is reflective of their experiences. That's part of that critical race theory argument. That's the counter storytelling, telling the story from the vantage point of those who are traditionally disempowered. But then also we need to make sure our teachers are adequately trained in culturally relevant and sustaining pedagogy. And then also making sure that we're building a pipeline of teachers that look and resemble and embrace the cultural ethos of our students and the community. And so one of the things we have done, and if you go to my website, drlawrencescott.com, you'll see a lot of our research that we've done, basically is how do we build that pipeline of teachers that are conversant with the needs of the students. Kind of like what Ms. Morabito said, knowing every student by name and need. But again, you got to be intentional. And in order to do that, your leadership has to be right and ready. We as school administrators and purveyors of the community and education, we need to do a better job of creating communicative valves so that parents can feel comfortable when they come in. I remember I used to tell my teachers and my staff, when a parent comes in, they should be greeted at least 6 times, right? So, they should feel like they're welcomed. They should be greeted 6 times. There shouldn't be this adversarial relationship. So again, there are mechanisms in place to allow parents, and again, that site-based decision-making team, campus leadership team, your PTA, your district leadership team, there are ways for parents to get engaged. And I think that, following the procedures and protocols, I think that's the best way to do it. Teachers are leaving the profession in droves because they feel like everyone is against them, whether it's the administrative team who's giving them the evaluation or the parents that are storming the school boards and saying that, what the child, what their children are learning or how it's being taught is not correct and insightful. And I just think that, again, to rebuild that trust, we got to be intentional. And it's going to start from the top down. It's going to start from your superintendent to your school board, to your principal, to the teachers, and on down to the faculty and staff. And what they're going to have to do, they're going to have to be, when I say intentional, you're going to have more events, more ways of getting the information out, whether it's through social media, and then getting out in the community. As an administrator, I used to go to the quinceañeras and the bar mitzvahs, the weddings, and even the funerals. I've been a part of 13 funerals of students. So it's going to be that the ubiquity of the leadership to create the culture and climate of collaboration and collegiality that's going to work.